to the small print, I find that the petroleum subsidy is supposed to come down from 38,000 odd crore current year down to 23,000. Now, okay, this means either one of two things. First, you are suddenly hoping for an oil glut, which probably will not come. Otherwise, it means that you are going to deregulate diesel prices or very substantially increase them. You can't have it both ways. So how exactly are you going to reduce this petroleum subsidy by so much next year?
First of all, we shall have to keep in view, I have not made any comment on the petroleum sector deliberately this time, except the number and figures which we have given. One point I would like to say that I want to be everything transparent. Keeping that in view, I have not resorted to issuing bond, keeping it outside the fiscal. Because I want that it should be taken into the accounting of the real fiscal position.
Correct.
And I have stuck to it. That direct subsidy, not through bonds. Now, I have not worked out what would be the ultimate figure, because how we can adjust it. Here I will give you the example what happened during the crisis period between 2008-9. When the oil prices started moving up, when it reached $125 per barrel, then we had to take series of fiscal measures, including the reduction of the customs duty, excise duty, etc., etc. Then it reached as high as $147 per barrel in August, from June to August. Then in January it came down to 50. So volatility is so high, just to take any decision and determine the number of that decision at this point of time, to my mind, would be totally ad hocism. That's why I wanted to watch the situation, that at what point of time it is settled, and thereafter we shall have to address this problem. We cannot keep it under carpet. That point is quite clear.
Okay, so you are saying
in what manner, what method we will be doing? Policy decision has already been taken. In June itself,
for deregulating diesel.
For petroleum, it has been done. For diesel, in principle, decision has been taken.
So you are saying that it will be done.
No,
otherwise I do not see how you can bring it down.
No. When it will be done, I have not indicated, because the point is exactly we shall have to look into certain other issues also if it becomes too high. And what will happen, another question will come which I am not addressing, and many people are also not talking of, that about the availability sources, we shall also have to think of it. Fortunately, it is confined to those areas from where our major procurement is not there. Major procurement is from Iran, from Gulf, from Saudi Arabia. So we shall have to be extremely watchful of the developments.
Right. The same situation would arise on food. I am surprised to find that the food subsidy, it went up only to 60,000, whereas originally people 55,000 plus 25,000 some people had thought. But from 60,000 there is no increase at all expected in the next year. Now people thought because of Food Security Act and so on, there will be a very big jump. How is it there is no change at all in the food subsidy?
No, there will be some jump, but at the same time I shall have to get the legislations, and there the number will be determined. Now there is a Prime Minister's Advisory Council has gave a set of figure. National Advisory Council has given another set of figure. So we are working on that. When the exact number will be determined, subsidy quantum will depend on that. Therefore, there is a possibility that it may increase. But I am not talking of right now that, because that legislation is to be done.
No, I understand, but it does mean therefore that there is some potential bad news available both on food and petroleum subsidy, depending on the
but I shall have to work on it. I cannot venture to indicate any figure right now.
Yes. I am very glad to see that while the people who exercised about black money, that you did no amnesty. I am very personally very happy with that. But tell me, I believe the number of proposals were there. What was the reason for not giving it finally?
Amnesty?
Yes.
Because of the simple reason that it has cut in both ways.
Yes.
Whenever it has been done, it has been criticized, and it has created some ripples. You will remember in the 70s, I was the revenue minister when the voluntary disclosure scheme was announced in October, ended in 31st December. Till then, that was the most successful voluntary disclosure scheme. But after that it was highly criticized.
Yes.
And I was almost on the dock. Therefore, these are the issues that have to be kept in view while taking any decision on it.
Right.
Even always there is a point that you are penalizing the honest taxpayers.
Right.
And the measures which we have taken,
Absolutely.
in details I have worked out it, I think with the technological, using the technological platform effectively, I will be able to sort out, and with the international cooperation, we will be able to address the problem substantially.
Well, somebody said that the foreigners, with their tough laws, they will discover our black money before we do it ourselves because of lack of effort. Just finally, on GST, you said you're going to move a constitutional amendment. You're getting on with the job.
Yeah.
BJP till now has been dragging its feet, and the Prime Minister made a statement that, in effect, the BJP is almost asking for a quid pro quo of the withdrawal in some cases against their own ministers.
No, that was not exactly it was not that, because I am dealing with the state chief ministers, state finance ministers. The major differences are there about the state's autonomy. So we shall have to find out a mechanism through which the state's legislature will have full authority of imposing the taxes, and Union Parliament will have that authority. At the same time, we will have the mechanism through which there will be the basic objective of GST uniformity of rate, your agreed exemption, IT platform, and all these areas substantial work is being done. Therefore, I do hope that divergences of the views will be able to reduce and narrow it down. I am seriously pursuing it.
Sir, you are only referring to the technical issues. Technical issues can always be solved. The problem is the political issue.
Political issues
the BJP
also, you are too old that sometimes it appears to be irreconcilable. But we the political animals have the capacity to work out in such a way which we could not do in the winter session. Yeah. We could do it before budget session. On the price front which we could not do days together, ultimately we could do it. What is required to keep the dialogue process open, and that I have kept, I am confident that we will be able to.
You think this will fly from March 2012, you think GST will come?
I am trying hard to do it, and introduction of the Constitution Amendment Bill is towards that direction. After all, one should not forget that BJP in its election manifesto have stated not only for having GST, but the rate is also being